as we get set here in Yost Ice Arena. John Tondora, my name is Jake Singer. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. About 13:49 here through the first period. 0-0 tie. Michigan 3 shots on goal. Notre Dame 4 shots on goal. As the Irish control the puck now. It's a fun Friday night here in Yost. Michigan taking on Notre Dame. John, take it away.
Thank you, Jake. Yes, we're here finally fighting through some technical difficulties. It wouldn't be WCBN Sports without it. As if you're just joining us, it's 13:26 left in this first period. Michigan 0, Notre Dame 0. Two teams that don't like each other, as we've talked about, Jake. As Notre Dame attempts to start its offensive breakout, they'll chip it in down low, recovered by Tyler Duke, who takes a shot, but not before he can send it back up ice. That one recovered, though, by Brennan Ali of Notre Dame, and he'll send one up and out of play from the far side boards. A shot from the point that just won't go.
Yeah, so far in this game, John, this Michigan defense doing a great job of trying to squeeze the Notre Dame offense on the perimeter, doing a good job of protecting the goal internally, and then on the other side of things, Wolverines have been flying up and down the ice, but Notre Dame has done a very good job of getting sticks in the way of any shots that Michigan really had a chance for, and it's really going to be a nice competition tonight between two very, very good goaltenders.
That indeed. Logan Stein in net for the Wolverines. Opposite him, Owen Say, as Evan Werner comes racing into the offensive zone. A short side shot won't go. Recovered now by Notre Dame.
Yeah, and Evan Werner having a fantastic series last weekend against Boston University, getting the first star of the team, leading the team with 3 goals and assists, and already tonight you've seen a few shots on goal by him.
Werner attempts an inside deep. That one's poked away by Pulsinski. He was unfazed. Now Notre Dame attempting a breakout. That's Maddox Fleming bringing in to the offensive zone. He'll flick a shot. That puck ricochets off a Wolverine's body part. That would be, we're trying to get an angle on it here. Tim Lavelle, he's slow to get up. Still staying out as Lavelle, the Fighting Irish, keep it in their offensive zone. Evan Werner dispossessed of the puck as he attempts to break out. Now a shot fired from the point by Pulsinski. That one saved, knocked away by Logan Stein. Kept in now by Paul Fisher. Fisher over to Mastrodomenico. He'll take a shot. That one just goes left. Michael Mastrodomenico keeping it now, sending it over to Slaggert. Carter Slaggert, brother of Landon, attempts a short side shot. That one just wide. Hunter Haiti will poke it back on over to Lavelle, who seems to have recovered. And the Wolverines will attempt a quick change.
Yeah, that was a nice, strong offensive possession there for Notre Dame, getting 3 shots on goal. Good job by Stein protecting the net, and good job by the defense as well, not getting high percentage shots for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
The Wolverines not out of the woods just yet. That's Janicki and Hunter Strand pressuring them again in their own defensive zone. Jackson Hallam now will take it from behind his own net. The speedster, he'll attempt to break out with ferocity for the Wolverines. Hallam now racing down the near side boards, drops one off for a shot. TJ Hughes kicked away by Say. Now a battle for it on the near side boards. That's TJ Hughes. He sends it up to Jacob Truscott, who attempts a backhanded pass, but knocked away by Hunter Strand. You'll be sure to hear his name all night long. The Anchorage, Alaska native, puts in more than his fair share. This is a pesky Notre Dame team, Jake. They always seem to play this way. As Danny Nelson will chip one up and over to Brennan Ali, who attempts a shot that'll fall just wide. The Wolverines recover now. Phil Lapointe breaking it out into the Wolverines' offensive zone. He'll stop and turn on the near side board. Sends one over to Dakota Real Millen, who just can't handle the pass and fans on the shot. Now a battle behind the net. That's Ernessy. He'll send it up to the point for a shot by Ethan Edwards, blocked in front by a cavalcade of Notre Dame players. And the puck will be dispossessed. Edwards now corralling it in the neutral zone. He'll attempt to clear it. That'll fall back onto the stick of Pulsinski, who will attempt to get things going for the Fighting Irish. Pulsinski sends a puck over to Brennan Ali, but it'll be offsides, and we'll have a break.
Yeah, I mean, already you're seeing both teams going back and forth. Notre Dame's offense has been really explosive, getting into the blue line right away, but the Michigan team, you're seeing some speed on this team that you didn't necessarily get this chance to see last year. Jackson Hallam, who was really out with an injury for a lot of last season, coming back with vengeance so far this season. He's been very productive for this team, and you've already seen him going through the entire Notre Dame defense trying to get inside, and just a few missed passes have, really halted those opportunities for this Michigan offense. But so far, it's been a really back-and-forth affair through over 10 minutes of play.
You're exactly right, Jake. His freshman season, Jackson Hallam was described by head coach Brandon Naurato as a Ferrari without brakes. Sadly, the Michigan faithful were robbed of seeing Hallam achieve his full potential last season after a knee-to-knee contact injury against Wisconsin in the first half of the year. Derailed him, but he is back and better than ever. The speed is real, folks. We can assure you of that. Jake, you were smart to mention these just seemingly mistimed, tipped, inaccurate passes. That is where Notre Dame will stymie you if you let them.
100%. This Notre Dame team is really led by some really big guys. Cole Knuble, Brennan Ali, you were already mentioning as well. Some of these other guys, Justin Janicki and Carter Slaggert, the brother of another really big-time Notre Dame player. The one thing they don't have this year is that all-pro goalie they had last season. But so far, this team has been playing very, very good hockey, and you're already seeing right now they've been very, very quick to get into the other opposing team's neutral zone.
Notre Dame 5-3-0 on the season, 1-1, already getting off to Big Ten play. We'll discuss that more later as the face-off won after the offsides by the Wolverines. Up to Jarrett Shifsky. He'll send one in, and it'll chosen to be iced by Say. So an offensive zone face-off for the Wolverines coming up.
I like the quick start there by the Wolverines, trying to get some shots on goal. They realize it's going to be a long night. These teams played each other 6 times last season, Michigan winning 5 of them. So you've seen a lot of each other in the last year. A lot of the players on both teams are the same. You also did get a lot of transfers and freshmen on both these teams, which both these teams producing so many top NHL talent. But you have seen a lot of them, and both these coaches are going to have to come up with a really good game plan for the opposing team.
The Wolverines don't win the offensive zone faceoff, but it lands back onto the stick of Hunter Haiti, and we'll have a scrum on the near side boards at center ice that includes the referee. Zebra unable to get out of the way as Grant Silanoff attempts to bring it out, but he'll be dispossessed by the Wolverines. That's Tyler Duke, brother of Dylan, a Michigan famous name in his own right, the Duke name out of Strongsville, Ohio. Will break it in. Evan Werner grabs the puck. He'll receive some assistance from Nick Moldenauer, but we'll have a whistle.
This Michigan team, John, as I was mentioning, they have a lot of changes in this team this year, and, Evan Werner being one of them, the Colorado College transfer, had his breakout party last week against Boston University with those 3 goals, and definitely someone they're going to really look to as one of the top forwards of this team, trying to get a lot of shots piled on tonight.
Marcus Staple will face off against Carter Slaggert on what was an offside whistle. Nick Moldenauer will get it for the Wolverines. He'll attempt a shot. Quickly gloved aside by Owen Say. A little more on Notre Dame. They split last weekend in their first Big Ten matchup of the season against the University of Wisconsin. The Badgers taking the Saturday night game. The Fighting Irish the Friday one. A 3-2 overtime winner for Notre Dame. As we'll have Estapa stay in on the near side dot for the offensive zone faceoff for the Wolverines against Slaggert once again. This one back to William Whitelaw. He'll send it up to the point to Jacob Truscott, who will attempt a shot. That one will fall high of the net. A scramble in front for the puck, but it'll land back onto the stick of Ryan Helliwell, who attempts an errant pass, now intercepted by Nick Moldenauer at the point. He'll fire one over to Luca Fantilli, The shot saved. A little bit of force of habit there, Jake.
Definitely right there. And Owen Say has been looking very comfortable in the net so far. He's looking to use the glove saves with ease, and something to really look out for, as this Michigan team already has 7 shots on goal, and nothing's really been able to phase Say so far.
Owen Say with a 4-1 record, a .965 save percentage thus far through this young season, as we'll have TJ Hughes face off against Hunter Strand in the offensive zone. That one won back by Notre Dame. They attempt a clearance. It'll be gloved by Ethan Edwards, and Dakota Ryu Mullen will accept the pass. The Wolverines will attempt to start their breakout. but not before the puck can get chipped up and out of play, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off once again. So a little bit of choppy play right now, Jake. No team being able to settle in. We can barely even settle in to speak with you.
No, definitely. Both teams really strong stick work so far defensively on both sides. Seeing a lot of tip passes, a lot of shots getting tipped and going above the net and out of play. So definitely, we've had a lot of stoppages so far in the first 12 minutes of play right here, and it definitely is because both sides are trying to establish a rhythm and get themselves comfortable. It's going to be a long one here in Yost Ice Arena.
8:13 to go in this first period. 0-0 is your score as that big body play we talked about, the neutral zone faceoff won by Notre Dame. Hunter Strand picks it up and brings it in, but not before he's dispossessed by Ethan Edwards, who will send it up to Josh Ernessy. Ernessy with a breakout will send it over to TJ Hughes, who fires one, and it'll be tipped up and out of play.
Yeah, I really like the line changes. Michigan's been trying to really figure out who can really work well together. You saw the Edwards to Ernessy connection with Hallam on that line right there. Now you're going to get a big change in here with some of the younger guys getting in there on the third and fourth line. So Michigan, even from the sheet that we have with the first through four lines, you know, we've really seen Brendan Naranjo change up a lot of things, a lot of lines up mid-game, and we're already seeing that early on.
Naranjo's certainly not afraid to change anything up. That's a face-off win for Danny Nelson and the Fighting Irish. They'll attempt to bring it into the offensive zone. Nelson sends a pass to center ice. That one unable to be corralled by Brennan Ali. And we'll have yet another stoppage of play as the Wolverines look to change.
You know, the Irish go with a very heavy push offense. They try to get you into the offensive zone, and they just try to pile on shots. We've been seeing it all year from their leading goal scorer, Cole Knuble, and you're already seeing it tonight. They're trying to establish the offense, but Michigan's doing a very good job defensively so far, trying to prevent that and establishing their own rhythm. So both very offensive, power-heavy teams. One can only find the result tonight.
Most definitely defensive zone faceoff won by the Wolverines. That's William Whitelaw, the speedster. He'll bring it in, sends one forward, and it'll be iced by Owen Say. Owen Say attempts to cut off the potential pass sent forward by Whitelaw.
You know, Owen Say has a 1-2-4 goal allowed percentage, so goals allowed per game this season. So very little has gone by him. It's been that one loss was very, very close, obviously. So Michigan's going to really have to pick its spots tonight, because this might not be a game where you can power 5-6 goals like you did last week against Boston University.
Exactly right, and Michigan kind of an up-and-down team defensively. Of course, a 5-4 overtime win on Saturday, but a 5-1 win on Friday. So we'll have to see which of the two comes out for the Wolverines. That's Garrett Shifsky in front of the net after the face-off win. He attempts to shovel a shot into the glove of Owen Say. It goes. Say it ain't so. And we'll have another face-off. Always a fun time when these two teams come to town. Two heavyweights in the college hockey world. We'll have Michael Hage and Ian Murphy face off in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. That one won back by Murphy. He'll send it up now to Maddox Fleming. Fleming attempts a pass for Grant Silianoff, but that'll be intercepted by the Wolverines. Back onto the stick of Michael Hage. He'll send one over to Evan Werner, who attempts a shot down the short side. And we'll have a little bit of extracurriculars early here, Jake. What are you seeing?
Yeah, Werner got his helmet topped off there, but that was probably the best shot of the game so far for the Michigan team. Evan Werner coming in right side, firing point blank right on Say. Good block and save there by Say, but you did see some chippiness afterwards. Werner getting his helmet popped off him, took a little glare back to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and put his helmet back on. So two teams definitely do not like each other, but the moral of the story is Werner got a great shot on goal right there, and we'll see if the Michigan offense can continue to pummel it on.
Keenan Draper against Hunter Strand on the offensive zone faceoff. That one won back to the point to Tim Lavelle. Lavelle sends it over, and a shot just goes wide. That one attempted by Jacob Truscott. Recovered by Tanner Rowe, who will dump it in down low. Now picked up by Draper. Draper attempts a wraparound. That one won't go. Kicked away by Owen Say, and now the puck falls back onto the stick of the Fighting Irish. A pass attempted by Paul Fisher, unable to be corralled, and now we'll have a scrum for it on the near side boards. Justin Janicki comes out the better of it. He'll send it back down low. That one onto the stick of Blake Biondi. Biondi working on it now, dispossessed by Jacob Truscott. And Phil Lapointe will send a pass to center ice that's intercepted by Tyler Carpenter. An interesting thing, Jake, you'll notice, any fan will notice 4 assistant labels on this Notre Dame team. No captain, but certainly no lacking of leadership.
Definitely not. As we were saying, this team is very meticulously crafted to have a lot of veteran leadership and a lot of really powerful freshmen.
Jackson Hallam will race in down the right side. He'll send one over to Real Mullen, who attempts a shot. That one kicked away again by Owen Say, now recovered by Notre Dame. That's Tyler Carpenter dumping in down low, recovered by Tyler Duke, who will send it up to Jackson Hallam on the near right side. Hallam leaves it for Hughes. Hughes attempts a pass that has a stick on it by a Fighting Irishman. And the Wolverines will have to retreat back to their own defensive zone. A recovery for Hugh Mullen. He'll pass it over to Hughes. No penalties thus far, 15-16 to go, a little bit of extracurriculars. We know the Wolverines aren't afraid to get in the mix, especially this year, but still a clean game.
Yeah, this game could be decided in those special teams units, as we were saying earlier on.
William Whitelaw races in down the far side and tries to get a little chippy. The shot by Whitelaw will be sticked aside and out of play by Owen Say, but Whitelaw with a shove against his competitor, and he'll have a talking to by the referees, but no whistle for now.
No whistle for now. Both these teams are really being allowed to play against each other 5-on-5, and you're seeing the chippiness come out, but still not enough to call penalty. Both teams recognizing they're going to play as the refs give it to them. We're probably going to see a little more chippiness going forward. We saw it a lot last year for sure.
Estapa on Nelson. That one will fall right back on to the stick of Owen Say, who will glove it once again. Notre Dame early seemingly taking no chances in terms of utilizing their goaltender in any sort of offensive manner.
Because you really don't need to. You trust him. Owen Say has been fantastic so far this year. You realize when the offense is clicking, they're going to be able to pile it on two. Just got to get it out of the defensive zone.
Marcus Stappa winning the faceoff. He'll send it across the boards to William Whitelaw on the near side. Whitelaw will send it back in down behind the net for Nick Moldenauer to chase after it. Moldenauer joined by Estapa, can't recover it. And now it'll fall back onto the stick of the Wolverines after a turnover. And they'll have to corral it at center ice. Luca Fantilli will dump it down in. Recovered by Nick Moldenauer on the near side boards. He attempts to send one over to Garrett Shifsky. It won't go, and we'll have a whistle.
And that's going to be really, really big right here, right? 4:20 left here in the first period, first penalty of the game. Wolverines are going to be on the power play, and we talked a lot about Notre Dame having the strong power play, Michigan the strong penalty kill, but Michigan also has a very strong power play. This is where the game could be decided right here in these special teams. We'll see how the Wolverines react with this 2-minute power play.
The power play appears to be for a boarding call. The referees didn't like what they were seeing there. So the man advantage for the Wolverines will be headlined by TJ Hughes, Ethan Edwards, Jackson Hallam, Tim Lavelle, and Hunter Hage. Hunter Hage, we know, has the slick freshman shot. Puck won back by Notre Dame. They're unable to clear it. Recovered at the far side point by Ethan Edwards, who will give it to Hage. Hage has it poked away, and back to center ice the Wolverines must go. Jackson Hallam sends it over to Tim Lavelle. He'll instigate the slingshot for Ethan Edwards, who drops it off once more for TJ Hughes. TJ Hughes works in, sends a pass to himself off the boards, and in the Wolverines go, but a backhanded pass won't go. It'll be intercepted by Justin Janicki, who will take it inside. Receives a big check from Ethan Edwards. And the Wolverines will get another chance to operate.
Yeah, 0 for 1 right now. Wolverines trying to set something up here.
TJ Hughes finds an open man, gets it back to himself, but poked away. The Wolverines thus far now 0 for 2, as you would say, Jake, unable to capitalize on what have been some ample opportunities thus far. An open man on the far side, but Michigan unable to execute. That's what Notre Dame can do so well. They can get you frustrated. They don't always have to outplay you, but they will out-patience you.
Completely, and it's Michigan team trying different things here with Truscott coming up.
Jacob Truscott drops it off for Nick Moldenauer. Moldenauer on to William Whitelaw. Whitelaw takes it in. He'll send it over to Estapa, who will shovel a backhanded pass to Garrett Shifsky. Shifsky to Truscott. Truscott sends one down, unable to be corralled. Marcus Estapa battling for it behind the Wolverines' net. It'll come back up to Truscott. Truscott sends one over for a pass to Nick Moldenauer. Moldenauer working on the near side boards behind the net. Back to Moldenauer. Now up to the point for Jacob Truscott. He'll send one over for a shot by William Whitelaw. Won't go. Big save by Owen Say there. Recovered by Whitelaw behind the net. Now back up to Nick Moldenauer. Time expiring on this penalty kill. A shot by Jacob Truscott won't go. William Whitelaw behind his own net with one shot. Attempts a Michigan. That won't go. Recovered by Garrett Shifsky. And the Wolverines have their first chance to work on 5-on-5 offensive zone structure. Near side boards, Marcus Stappa will fire one from the short side. And a save. Owen Say standing on his head here, Jake.
Yes, he is. That was a big late push there from the Wolverines, piling on those shots, even facing a Michigan that just went off the end of the stick. And Michigan really doing a good job of trying to pile on those shots. But as you were saying, Owen Say, as being the rock-solid goaltender he's been all season long so far, hung in there. Michigan 13 shots to Notre Dame 7, and still it's a 0-0 tie.
Owen Say, a junior, he certainly waited his turn to have the spotlight here for the Fighting Irish. As Keenan Draper wins the faceoff back to Tyler Duke. Duke will send one up and over the net, takes a weird ricochet off the back of the cage, and it'll stay in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Now recovered by Cole Knuble. Knuble tips it up and out to neutral ice. Recovers it himself after a bounce from the Wolverines. Knuble takes a huge check from Josh Ernessy as Tyler Duke recovers the puck behind his own net. Duke chased by Ian Murphy now of the Fighting Irish. And the Wolverines will do a quick dump and change off the stick of Josh Ernessy. Recovered now by Notre Dame. Notre Dame with a free skater sends a pass up and into the offensive zone. A shot saved by Logan Stein. The shot was attempted by Cole Knuble, and now the Wolverines will race into the offensive zone. Jackson Hallam sends one off the skate of a Fighting Irishman. And with a minute to go, the Wolverines have the chance for one final push offensively here. 55 seconds to go. Michigan 0, Notre Dame 0. That's Ryan Hillwell for Notre Dame. He'll send one up to Bionden. He'll take it in himself. Now a cavalcade of players fall on the near side boards. Evan Werner comes out the better of it and sends a pass up into the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Taken away now by Paul Fisher. Fisher will get his own chance to dump it in as these two teams fielding each other out now with about 23 seconds to go left in the period. Ethan Edwards now will recover it in the defensive end. He'll send up one final try to Nick Moldenauer. Moldenauer with a deke, just a little bit too much sauce. And before he can even attempt a shot, Nick Moldenauer's chance is saved by Owen Say.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth affair. I feel like everyone now can finally settle themselves in a little bit here at Yost Ice Arena. Both teams, as you were saying earlier, feeling each other out. Nick Moldenauer, a nice little deke to get inside the Notre Dame zone. Just puck fell off his stick, went right to Say, and both goaltenders so far have been doing a great job. Stein faced a point-blank opportunity just in the last offensive possession from Notre Dame. Handled it very cleanly, and now we have 9 seconds left.
Face-off win there by Hage, and a shot attempted by Garrett Shifsky, and now with 3 seconds to go, the Wolverines will ride out the clock and will head into the first intermission break with a 0-0 tie.
Yeah, we really have. I mean, you saw a lot and we saw a little, John, right now. I mean, both teams really put in the shots on goal, but really only 3 or 4 shots per team were really true chances. You saw a few point-blank opportunities, but so far, both defenses are doing a really great job of spreading the opposing offenses on the perimeter and not allowing them to get inside and get those second chance ricochet opportunities. One other thing to note, John, too, is both the goaltenders are doing a really great job of covering the puck up. You were saying that Notre Dame so far has not allowed Say to play with anything with the puck. He's covering it, and he's holding it, and he's icing it, and you're allowing it going back to a face-off. And we saw last year, really with both goaltenders, especially with the Wolverines on multiple different occasions, when Michigan would try to do something extra with the puck, especially with the goaltender, that's where problems can arise, and you're seeing both teams content with going right to the face-off with those frozen pucks.
Neither team taking any chances. Everyone knows Notre Dame more than happy to play a conservative, slow, grinding style of hockey. 0-0. I ask you this, Jake. You're the Wolverines. You ask a guy like me, I think they've had the better of the number of chances thus far this period, including an attempt on special teams. What do you have to do to break through this defensive line?
You know, number one, it starts with penalties. We were talking about special teams. Both teams, only one penalty was called against Notre Dame. You're going to see that probably skyrocket going into the next two periods, especially with the chippiness of both these teams. That's number one. Number two, it's going to be about finding more, just kind of honestly doing what you're doing. We're just looking at the scoreboard right now. 10 blocked shots. Notre Dame has blocked 10 of Michigan's shots, just to 4 on the opposing side. So Notre Dame is doing a very good job of blocking the shots that Michigan is getting inside on. They have 13 shots on goal, 23 if you're going to count the blocked shots. Keep piling it on and finding those holes. You saw a little bit of passing towards the end of the period right there, trying to go to the each opposite ends of the goal. Last year, Michigan was so good at 3 passes getting into the opposing zone, going down the middle, left side, right side, slap shot. You only saw a few setups in this first period. I expect Michigan to set themselves up a little bit more going forward, and definitely could say the same for Notre Dame.
I definitely agree, and you just touched on it, Jake. Let's flip the script now. Notre Dame, not always known for the high-flying style of offense. They can put up goals, but they will definitely come in a much more patient way. If you're the Fighting Irish, what do you need to do to get one past Logan Stein, who's been strong so far tonight?
I mean, the Irish's power play is ranked number 1 in the Big Ten and 9th nationally. They really have been able to score a lot on 5-on-5 play this season. You're seeing a very large disparity there, but when they're able to get on the power play, they're scoring at a 28% clip right now. That is the number one thing I want to do. I want to get a little chippy with Michigan, make them do something. Michigan loves to play a lot of freshmen. You're saying Michael Hage getting a lot of minutes. A lot of the other guys are getting a lot of minutes too. Stein is new, and half this team is brand new this year, so they don't necessarily haven't played in a Michigan-Notre Dame hockey game yet. If you can get a little chippy and force Michigan to make a few mistakes, get on the power play, that 28% clip, 4 power plays equals 1 goal at the very least. So right there, I think that is the number one thing that I would expect that Notre Dame Fighting Irish locker room to be talking about.
I completely agree, Jake. A little bit of math to, at times, let emotions ride a little high. There certainly will not be a lack of penalties if you ask this announcer in this game. The Wolverines thus far, to me as well, have played an even chippier mentality than in previous seasons. In the Minnesota State series alone, the opening series for the Wolverines thus far, and in what is still a young season, they came out with a ferocious Mavericks in that first weekend. They felt the pain of what that looked like. Notre Dame attempting likely to use that same blueprint as we move forward tonight.
Yeah, and then another thing I would also look for from Michigan, too, is utilizing the defensemen. I mean, you have Ethan Edwards, Jacob Truscott, Tyler Duke, Luca Fantilli. 4 of your honestly best players are on the deep guys involved, but it's still going to start with your top dogs, and these guys have a lot of experience at Yost Ice Arena.
Exactly right. Michigan always known for being a younger team. When you have that level of turnover, it's hard to not continue being young. You always have to look to replace people. One person I like you highlighting, Jake, William Whitelaw, to have to look to replace people. One person I like you highlighting, Jake, William Whitelaw, the transfer from Wisconsin. He's a guy that fills that sort of Gavin Brindley role, for those who will reach back and recall what that once was only
just
a couple of months ago. But still, it's that same mold. Brandon Naurato certainly has a type when it comes to players. He likes speed. He likes skill. I'm not sure you could find many hockey coaches who don't like those things, but at the same time, it is a stark contrast from a Notre Dame team that enjoys playing a slower pace of hockey, a slower brand of hockey. Michigan can strike like lightning. They hope to get that done tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen the speed from guys like Whitelaw, Evan Werner, Jackson Hallam tonight. I mean, these guys can fly up and down the ice, and speed can help in a lot of ways, but a lot of times it's the carryover man. It's the guy who's going with the speed guy who's going to be set up for the good opportunity for the goal. So using guys like Whitelaw, I completely agree, in a really much like Gavin Brindley role right there. It's really been a really good thing to see, and you said this Michigan team has lighted the lamp multiple times already this season. So far it's 0-0. We know it's going to be a slower paced game. Who can come out on top in a slower paced game? Notre Dame has proven they can do it so far this season. This is Michigan's time to see what they can do tonight.
Exactly right. 5 minutes to go in the intermission. We'll take a break now. Stick with us here for WCBN Sports. This is John Tondora as well as Jake Singer. We'll be back in just a number of minutes to kick off this second period for the Michigan Wolverines. Again, 13 shots for Michigan, 8 for Notre Dame, a 0-0 tie, all the same. And we'll have to see if one of these teams can break through in just a moment. 4 minutes, come back.
back here in Yost Ice Arena. 0-0 tie as we get set here for the second period between the Michigan Wolverines and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Again, my name is Jake Singer, alongside me John Tondora. Thank you all for sticking with us here in Yost Ice Arena. Big game here for both teams. Wolverines, first Big Ten competition of the season. Notre Dame, as John said in the first period, their second matchup last week, facing against the Wisconsin Badgers. 13 shots by the Wolverines to 8 of Notre Dame. Let's see what happens flipping sides here. Wolverines going from our vantage point right to left. Notre Dame left to right. We're underway here. And CJ Hughes wins the faceoff, gets sent down all the way back to the back red line. Wolverines maintain position for a second here. Josh Ernestine sent it to Hallam. Hallam dumps it inside, dump and chase. Ernestine right there, but same with one of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That's Axel Cumlin. And now we get a whistle here. Truscott and Janicki tied up, and we're going to get a face-off.
Already you can see Michigan attempting to integrate their style of play. I'm sure Brandon Naranjo was hammering in this intermission, getting pucks deep, getting them past the oppressive forecheck that Notre Dame brings.
See what's happened here. Line change both teams. Strand versus Hage. Hage was a face-off easily, tended to Truscott, now to Fantilli. Fantilli sending it all the way around, trying to get to Shifsky. But Plasinski is there, but Werner quick shot, and that's blocked. Another follow-up shot right there as well blocked. Michael Hayes trying to get the follow-up, and 2 quick shots on goal right there. Nice defensive work there, though, by Say.
The Wolverines picking up where they left off in that last period, Jake. A little more offensive pressure. Don't even need the man advantage to do it. Getting into their structure. Evan Werner with a smart pass. We'll have to see if this can finally be a breakthrough for Michigan.
Face off here in the Wolverines offensive zone. Mark Estapa in there with Danny Nelson. Tie up. Estapa wins the face off to Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards trying to get a tip in. Estapa right there, but that goes wide. Nelson trying to get it up in Moldenhauer right there again. Up to Edwards, top of the zone, quick shot, that gets blocked. Estapa trying to get to Duke, sends it around out of Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer against the boards, now to Whitelaw. Whitelaw trying to change sides up against the boards. He's facing off against Ali. Trying to get to Estapa and finally poked away by the Fighting Irish. Lisinski going the other way now. He has Knubel, and they actually call an offsides on him first, so stoppage of play there.
Referees not afraid to blow their whistle tonight. Jake, we've seen a number of stoppages as we've talked about. It becomes difficult for a team like Michigan that thrives on offensive pace and structure to succeed when you play this kind of choppy night.
100%. Notre Dame is definitely probably at more of the advantage for those choppy games, as Kerr has it now for the Fighting Irish. Puck gets sent all the way down. A quick glove save there by Stein. Again, a little more chippiness here. Tanner Rowe in on it now for the Wolverines. Fleming for Notre Dame. And we're going to get a face-off here in the Notre Dame offensive zone. Ian Murphy loses the face-off to the Wolverines, trying to send it around the boards. Rowe dumps it in. LaPointe now trying to get in. They're saying it's going to be an icing. Michael Mastrodomenico had the puck last.
And right back to the other side we'll go, Jake. Notre Dame, though, unafraid to play through these slow, grinding, frustrating games. The Fighting Irish love a little bit of annoying pest style of play.
Keenan Draper wins the face-off. Puck gets sent down, trying to get it to Rowe. Unable to get it to him, but quick turnover once again. It's Lowell has it. Now to LaPointe. Dumps it inside Say. Plays the puck to Mastrodomenico. Faces a little bit of pressure from Rowe. Finally gets it to his teammate. Puck in the neutral zone, now getting sent down to the other side by the Michigan goaltender Stein. Truscott now has the puck. Into Ernest. Ernest dumps it in. Now to save. Feels like both goaltenders just playing catch with each other. Hallam trying to keep it in. Truscott does a good job of it. And now is the puck right back up against the Michigan bench. Hallam to Ernest. Quick shot. Glove save there by Say.
The Wolverines attempting to get pucks on net. That near side point shot by Josh Ernest, maybe trying to catch Say napping. Certainly caught my tongue twisted. Wolverines, though, trying to make something out of nothing here. That's a low percentage shot. Maybe not the one Brandon Naranjo wants to see.
Maybe not. And you see the Michigan Wolverines trying to get some tips in there, trying to get some deflections going as another face-off. Wolverines really dominating the face-offs right now. Luca Fantilli running after it, and that one gets tipped and out of play. Grant Silenoff was the one that got it sticking on it.
Not a bad idea for the Wolverines either to try and use Notre Dame's strengths against it. Use those tips and bodies and lanes and chaos that can be created to your advantage rather than allowing yourself to be controlled by it.
100%. Right there as Wolverines win another face-off, but taken away. Michael Hage was the one with the face-off win. Nice defensive work there by Hage. He has it right behind the goaltender. Werner's there as well. Up against the boards. Edwards sends one of the Notre Dame sticks flying. Fantilli recuperates to Hage. Edwards down to Werner. Left side. Werner looking for someone. Has no one. That gets deflected out of play, and nonetheless, one of the ushers had a duck out of the way. A lot of flying pucks going out of play so far.
Exactly, Jake. There's no breathing room when you play the Fighting Irish. You have to execute either your game plan perfectly or you got to think about a new method of attack. Michael Hage there, we just saw a nice stick-in-lane play of his own, attempts to shoot a short side shot. All the same, though, Notre Dame will task you to try and find new ways to score.
Well, 100% about that. Notre Dame really just trying to get some stoppages in this game and not create a momentum swing right here for the Wolverines. You're seeing both teams really going all out stop, and that definitely does not help when both teams are trying to establish a rhythm. So they're going to make a stop and get out of the way. Mullenhauer loses the faceoff. Paul Fisher has it for just a second to Ali. Brennan Ali, the Detroit Red Wings product, to Stein. Stein in goal, been great so far. See if Michigan capitalize. Estapa moving in right side, dumps it in, and they're going to concede to the defense for a second until Estapa takes it right back. Estapa trying to bring around the boards. Mullenhauer there right behind the goaltender Say. Truscott trying to keep it in. He does. Mullenhauer to Plasinski. Michigan still keeping it in the offensive zone. Whitelaw's in there. Estapa's in there. Ali finally able to control the puck for the Fighting Irish. 16-9 is your shot totals. Michigan leading. Tyler Duke playing some defense back there with Whitelaw. Draper there as well. Mastro Domenico sending it to Ali. Looking at Kerr. Knuble now with the puck. Mastro Domenico. Shot gets blocked. Retakes control back at center ice. Sending it back in. Dump and chase. Stein's there, though, sending it to his teammate Moldenhauer. Sorry, it's Duke. And Duke tries to get it to Rowe. Slaggert to Landgren. Back to the Wolverines now. Duke trying to do something with it. LaPointe could not get the puck, and that's going to be an icing. A lot going on right there, John.
Exactly right, Jake. We saw kind of a tale of two plays right there. The Wolverines trying desperately to keep it in their own offensive zone. They're eventually dispossessed by Notre Dame. But what Notre Dame does so well, and a guy like Michael Mastrodomenico does so well, is at 6'2", 210, it's so hard to dispossess him from the puck. It's so hard to deviate him from where he wants to go.
Mastrodomenico been all over so far this period. Now LaPointe looking at Rowe, dumps it to him. Left side, quick shot. That gets blocked. Notre Dame trying to get the puck. Strand has it now left side. Now he's moving right. Now he's moving to the middle. He's going 1-on-3 and just sends it around the boards. Looking at Cumlin. Cumlin has the puck, sends it to his teammate, Ryan Hellowell, and the Wolverines are able to get the puck for just a second until it goes out of play. Another stoppage.
A little more on what we were just talking about, Jake. Notre Dame, when you play a gritty, slow, intense style, it's going to come with some frustrations. It's going to come with some slowness. But when they can get set up in their offensive zone, they are so difficult to knock off course. And this is where Michigan wants to stay safe, get themselves out of this defensive zone.
Seeing about one solid shot per 3 minutes so far for each of these teams, as quick shot there goes over Stein. Wolverines gain possession for just a second. It goes through everybody. Now it's going to be a fight for the puck. Fisher has it on Hallam. Hallam, the quick speedster, able to put some pressure on, but not enough. As Silenoff sends it all the way around. Haiti, for the Wolverines, gets to Hallam. Hallam trying to weave through the defense through the neutral zone. Shot on goal. That gets covered up, though, by Say. More chippiness going on inside of there. I believe that's Ernest, who's in there right next to Say, and gets a little talking to by Plasinski.
Josh Ernest not even doing anything particularly menacing. It's just when you have such a big body, Ernest listed at 6'2", 215. When someone's that big near your goaltender, you got to shove him out of the way no matter what. Whether or not he's even trying to be a pest, even his presence is negative to you.
Page loses the faceoff to Nelson. Knuble has the puck, but he whiffs. Werner on it for a second, and now Luca Fantilli has it. Fantilli sends the puck into his own teammates on the bench. Notre Dame regains possession. Nice outlet pass to Ali. Ali going in right side. He nice enough spin move on Fantilli, but there's some good cleanup right there by Jacob Truscott, and Hage also in there as well. Possible opportunity there for Brennan Ali, taken away by the Wolverines defense. And now two Wolverine defenders, Hage and Fantilli, run into each other, keeping the possession for the Irish. Kerr sending it in. That gets blocked by Fantilli. Werner, outlet pass. Shifsky. He has Truscott right upside, but he goes to Hage instead. Hage tries one extra pass, and it gets taken away. The freshman trying to get it to Truscott, but one too many passes. Ali with the shot, and he scores! Brennan Ali, the Detroit Red Wings draft pick, gets our scoring started here. 1-0 Notre Dame.
And it must be a little bit of Michigan magic for Brennan Ali. The Wolverines essentially a 3-on-1, unable to even generate a shot chance out of it. Stick in lane for Notre Dame. Sends a loose Brennan Ali for the goal. The Michigan defender there not really able to pick where he wants to be. A bit of a mother-father moment, gets lost in translation at center ice and leaves essentially a breakaway that's buried by Ali.
Mastro Domenico on the assist. Ali with the goal going top left corner on Stein. 1-on-1, nothing you can do about that. And we resume play here. 1-0, Notre Dame leads. Whitelaw with the puck behind the goal.
And things beginning to open up here a little bit, Jake, as we make our way into this second period.
Mullen to Estapa. Estapa, quick shot. Nice save there by Say, right into his chest. And you're completely right about that. You already are seeing now, John. Both teams playing a little bit looser. Notre Dame feeling pretty good about that 1-0 lead, and Michigan realizing, okay, we got to up the tempo right now because we're already trailing 1-0, and Say's only allowing about a 1 goal a game.
And this comes as we've seen less stoppages in play too, Jake. These teams able to settle in when they're not forced to continually be in these up and down moments.
13:09 here left in the second period. 1-0, the Fighting Irish lead. Justin Janicki moving in left side, trying to go down the middle. Nice defense there by Shifsky. Quick shot, right point blank. Hunter Strand was right in front of Stein. Good save by Stein. Janicki, top of the zone. Fisher. Biondi It's being fought off by 2 Wolverine defenders. Whitelaw's in there. Whitelaw trying to maintain possession. He can't just yet. And finally, Ethan Edwards takes the puck right behind Stein. Stop it, though, getting boarded right against the boards. Fight for the puck. And Edwards comes away with it for a second, moving up the middle. And now we get a whistle. We get a whistle right here. They're going to call a penalty, I believe. So our first penalty kill of the game for the Michigan Wolverines, as they're going to call a minor penalty against Michigan.
And it's going to go against William Whitelaw here. Just elevates that elbow away from the puck, and the referees were all over that.
As we said in the intermission, John, #1 power play unit in the country. Sorry, in Big Ten, 9th in the country. Quick shot on goal, that's blocked. Blake Biondi with the shot on goal. Now they go again. Knuble trying to get through the neutral zone. Biondi there as well. But nice defensive work there by the Wolverines to send it away all the way down the ice, and they get their first change. 1:35 left in the power play, but there's an opportunity right here for the Fighting Irish, and Biondi too quick. And the puck went right just wide. Fisher has to retreat. Say with the puck very quickly here, as Garrett Shifsky is pressing up just a little bit. Shifsky, though, odd man rush, going in left side until it gets taken away by Knuble. Michigan trying to press a little bit here. Edwards as well. Fisher looking for Janicki. Knuble there as well. Janicki with the puck now right side, sending it up top to Fisher. Fisher sending it left side. Back to Fisher. Shot wide. Knuble with the puck, trying to get it inside to Nelson. Fisher to Janicki, and that goes wide as well. And again, another offensive possession for Notre Dame, not getting a shot on goal. Outlet pass goes all the way down. Stein with the puck for just a second, has to get back in goal. Haiti is there. Truscott against the boards too. Ali's in there. There's a lot of stick fighting going on back left corner of the boards. Notre Dame sending it back out to Cumlin. Strand, nice block there by Truscott, and he sends it away. 18 seconds left in the power play.
Truscott with a block, willing to do the dirty work.
Murphy now, another block. Michigan clears it once more, and that should do it. Wolverines 5 seconds away from full strength. Nice job there on the penalty kill. Strand has the puck for a second, tries to get it to Lanigan, and that goes up and wide.
Notre Dame doing well thus far, both in 5-on-5 and on the odd man chances of working up those far side boards. I don't know if what they're seeing, if they're catching the Wolverines napping or if Michigan's struggling sort of with its gap control. But the blue line up for grabs right now as Notre Dame has been living thus far in the offensive zone.
They really have. You're seeing a lot of passes going cross ice, down the ice, outlet passes, that neutral zone. 100% you're seeing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish winning so far in this 1-0 score. 10:21 left in the second period. TJ Hughes with the face-off win. Edwards loses the puck for a second, gets it back to Hughes. Wolverines trying to generate something. Werner pops up in the air. Master Domenico comes up with the puck. Nice defensive stick work there by Edwards. Shifting teams here. Mullenhauer now moving in left side. He has a 2-on-2 rush. Mullenhauer looking for someone. Now he elects to take it himself. Skating around up to Luca Fantilli. Quick, Ethan Edwards looking back. Fantilli again. Shot blocked. Carpenter on the block shot. Edwards has to retreat. Edwards to Fantilli. Wolverines trying again, but Master Domenico is there. Werner trying to win the puck. He gets tied up, and now TJ Hughes gets it for a second, and now we're going to see another whistle. This one's going to be on Ethan Edwards. Cross-checking is the call. Ethan Edwards go to the box, and the Wolverines, just getting off the penalty kill, go right back on it against the Big Ten's #1 team.
And this is exactly what we talked about, Jake. Get in the Wolverines' head if you're Notre Dame during this intermission. See if you can get them to make their own mistakes. And now Notre Dame, already with a 1-0 lead, has a chance to capitalize and extend it even further, as we'll see a timeout on the ice.
Timeout, definitely needed. Good call there. But you're completely right. I mean, we literally talked about this, John, in the intermission of what do each of these teams need to do. I said that the Irish need to get that chippiness against the Wolverines, force some penalties, and they already have twice in the second period and up 1-0. This could be getting out of hand pretty soon if the Wolverines don't lock down here.
Exactly right. 9:36 to go, too. We've crossed the halfway point in this game. Michigan already had a good penalty kill, but it's difficult to stay disciplined against such a strong team like Notre Dame. Again, it's patience, patience, patience. They are willing to outweight you, and at times, especially for a younger Michigan team, it can be difficult to stay in that battle.
100% about that. I mean, the penalty's on Ethan Edwards. He's one of your captains. He's the alternate captain on this team, and it's hard to stay in a chippy fight and not go over that line, wherever that line is. We saw the referees not really blowing that whistle much in that first period. Definitely, it's been a lot more of an affair so far here in the second.
Exactly. They've seen enough now, and to your point, Ethan Edwards also one of your main penalty killers, being an older and more experienced player on this team. So in a way, you're almost down two men, in a sense.
It's a great point right there, John. We'll see who can step up in his place. Tyler Duke, Jacob Truscott, Luca Fantilli are the ones to do it. Marcus Stoppa taking the faceoff in the Wolverine zone. And he wins it. Truscott has it, attempting to clear, and he does so successfully. One already down here for the Wolverines. Say dumps it off to Fisher. Fisher, outlet pass to Danny Nelson. That goes wide, though. Stein tries to get around it. He could not. He has to quickly get back in his goal. Quickly does. Draper on Janicki. Fisher, top of the zone. Back to Janicki. Now inside to Nelson. Back to Fisher, top. And Wolverines do a good job. On-man rush, 2-on-1 opportunity here. Ernestey going inside, and it's just wide. Ernestey with the opportunity goes off his stick, though. And Wolverines could not capitalize, something they did so many times last season. Scoring when they were on the penalty kill. Fisher crosses the blue line. Knuble now with the puck to Nelson. Back to Knuble. Shifsky tries to clear it, and he does successfully, rolling puck all the way down to Say. 52 seconds left on the power play, 8:27 left in regulation here in the second period. Fisher crossing the red line. Back to Fleming. Fleming crossing the blue line now. Looks in the middle. Ali's there. Nice check, though, right in the middle of the ice. Another clear for the Wolverines.
Excellent check by Phillip Point. The Wolverines not letting the Fighting Irish set up.
Fleming now with the puck. Going in right side. Met by three Wolverine defenders, and they're going to call an offside there on the Irish.
Yeah, good call, I think, too. Fleming fans on what should be a dump and chase, and then skates into the zone on his own accord while the puck is, unbeknownst to him, off of his stick. Wolverines get a little bit of a break there, but one that was ultimately forced in their own right.
We're seeing, with Edwards on the bench, Hunter Haiti getting some time here. Tanner Rowe with the faceoff against Strand. Tie up there. Irish win it for a second. Haiti trying to get to Fleming. Puck gets dumped inside. Truscott now with the puck. And another clear, I believe, but it's actually out of play. So another stoppage of play with 3 seconds left on the power play.
Truscott with a little bit of a misfire there. Lucky that it's not a penalty to clear the puck up and out of the boards from your own defensive zone in college hockey. Otherwise, that one might have been another 2 tacked on to the Wolverines' penalty kill.
One more opportunity here for the Irish. 3 seconds left on the power play. Ian Murphy with the faceoff against Tanner Rowe. Tie up, that should do it. Ethan Edwards quickly skates onto the ice. And now we're back at full strength. Edwards, quick double to Hallam. Hallam circling center ice, just dumps it inside for a change. Wolverines, 2 penalty kills on 2 opportunities so far in this one. Murphy to Fleming, left side. Fleming moving to the middle. Shot on goal. Nice stop there by Stein.
And again, though, Notre Dame with the ability to get pucks in behind the Wolverines' defensive line. That was Dakota Rue Mullen's assignment. Him caught puck watching, not people watching. And that's what allows what was a bit of a high danger chance there for Notre Dame. A screened shot on Logan Stein. He's able to recover it. But those are the growing pains you have to accept with this young Michigan team.
Face off. Notre Dame wins it. That gets blocked, though. Nice job there by Werner. Werner moving quickly left side. He's going to take it himself. Quick shot on goal. That's a miss. Mollenhauer with the opportunity here to level. Back to Hage. Hage, quick shot. Oh, and Werner was there for the deflection, but it didn't go his way. Irish trying to get out of the zone. They cannot. Hage, good job keeping it in there. Mollenhauer trying to keep it in there as well. Werner whiffs. Level keeps it in. Gets it to Mollenhauer. Dumps it to Hage. Back to Mollenhauer. And he tries to get it with the deke, and it gets blocked by Say. And now we get some chippiness going on. We got a full-on brawl going on here in Yost Ice Arena.
We'll have to see who's uncovered when the bodies elevate from the ice.
It's Ian Murphy, I believe, against
Marcus Stopp, or Evan Werner,
Evan Werner. So Ian Murphy fully tackling Werner. We're going to take a deep breath here, and Murphy's going to head to the penalty box. We'll see if Werner does as well. I believe he does too, and should expect a 4-on-4. Roughing is the call on both guilty parties.
And we've really seen an uptick here by the referees in their lack of tolerance for these extracurriculars. It's the natural progression of a series that's far from over. We've got another great one here in Ann Arbor tonight, or tomorrow night, I should say. We got a great one here tonight, too. But the referees setting the tone early on in this game. You got to play nice.
Got to play nice. Both teams at fault. Hughes with the face-off win, quick shot. That gets blocked by Say. Irish have the puck. Fisher to Janicki. Janicki skating backwards now, trying to control the puck for a second. Janicki dumps it to Fisher. As you said it, John, with the slingshot move. Back to Janicki, trying to dump it again, but he circles back instead. Looking for Fisher for a point-blank chance for Strand, and he just whiffed. Strand didn't get enough of juice on that puck. That was a great opportunity for him. Big win for the Wolverines. Whitelaw trying to skate in. Whitelaw with the puck right side, moving right to left from our vantage point. Passing the blue line to Hughes. Hughes sends it down the other way. No one's there. Truscott follows pretty closely. Mastro Domenico, though, has the puck for a second. Now Michigan has opportunity. Hughes with a shot, and that goes wide right. Oh, Hughes had another great point-blank chance. Just could not capitalize on the opportunity. Hallam, left side, looking for Truscott. He sends it in himself. That goes wide. Truscott tries to control the puck. He cannot. Knuble there. Now back to Shifsky for the Wolverines. Shifsky dumping it to Lovell. Lovell stops in his tracks, looks for Hallam. Now he's Truscott, but he's going to take it himself, and that's going to be glove save there by Say.
The Wolverines able to work a little more freely now. 4-on-4, I would say, advantages Michigan with their talent and speed and skill. They want those open ice opportunities. Lavelle there getting his hands free and getting a clean shot on net. Owen Say the ability to make the save. But if you're Michigan, that's what you want to capitalize on, the open ice that comes from having two players off of it.
Lavelle, the Arizona State transfer, another great hockey program. See Mollenhauer trying to get inside of Plasinski. He cannot. Hage gets a stick on the puck. Lavelle with it, looking at Hage inside. He sends it to Mollenhauer. Mollenhauer's going to have to backhand it, and he does, and that gets blocked. Fighting Irish, facing 24 shots. Nothing has gone through yet. Going down, gets nice stick block there for the Wolverines. 4:40 left. Both teams back to full strength. Werner crossing the blue line. He's going 1v3. He's got to retreat, and then he gets pummeled, and his helmet comes off again. That, I believe, is Ian Murphy, who just got out of the penalty box, sent Werner to the ground, taking his helmet off in the process. Maybe someone should check on Werner's straps there, because that helmet is flying off.
Yeah, not the first time we've seen that tonight. Evan Werner kind of puts his hands up in a questioning manner, but the fact of the matter is, it's your helmet that's coming off, my friend. Werner's still talking on the bench there. We can see he's having a discussion with Michigan's trainers, and they actually are checking on the quality of the job.
He's going to face off here in the neutral zone. A lot of chippiness going on. They're making Carpenter come out. Carter Slaggert is going to take the face-off against Keenan Draper of the Wolverines. Draper wins it easily. Rue Mullen sends it all the way around the boards, trying to get it to Ernest. Draper, though, has it. Rue Mullen, left side, fighting with Larrigan. Wolverines have it for a second. Ernest trying to get a shot on goal, and they score! Keenan Draper scores! Keenan Draper on the second chance opportunity. And the Wolverines tie this one up 1-0 right after all that chippiness, John.
You can only hold them off for so long. And who better than Keenan Draper, Phil LaPointe, and Josh Ernest, the grinders, to get it done for Michigan. Mano y mano, big man y big man. The Wolverines find the back of the net, and we've got a whole new ball game.
1-1 is your score. 4:07 left here in the second period. Tyler Duke sends the puck in. Mastro Domenico has it. Waiting for Estapa to make a move, then he makes one himself. Biondi, quick shot. That's glove saved. But back on the ground. Whitelaw trying to fight for the puck. Gets it back, I believe, to Duke for Michigan. Duke gets tripped up into Edwards. Rowe. Estapa. Estapa goes wide from him, fighting with Mastro Domenico. Whitelaw trying to get in. A lot of uneasiness going on with that goal. And finally, Say puts it on the ground, and there's a lot of bodies on the ground as well.
You can feel the tensions rising, Jake. You just have to wonder for how long these teams can keep it together. We've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds until the second intermission. I don't know if these two are going to make it that long before they get a break to cool off.
We will see about that. 3:20 left here. Michigan 25 shots to 15 by the Fighting Irish. Again, Keenan Draper was your goal scorer. Another shot on goal, covered up by Say. Quick offensive possession there. We'll get right back, and we'll have another face-off.
You know, take away the goal. Owen Say has still had a great game thus far tonight. The second chance opportunity, there were a cavalcade of bodies in front. It was a difficult save to make regardless, but Say has not made it easy on the Wolverines.
Look at Fantilli now with the puck for the Wolverines. Sending it back to Shifsky. Shifsky trying to get to Hallam. He cannot. Ali against the boards. He gets boarded. Wolverines take it right back. This Hallam. And now the Fighting Irish go down. Knuble with the puck. Left side. Met by two Wolverines defenders. That's Shifsky and Fantilli. They take it right back. TJ Hughes now to Hallam. Hallam loses control of the puck for a second. Plasinski's there. They send it right in. Shifsky lets it go. 2:38 left. Hellowell has the puck. Gives it up to Hallam. Hallam trying to get into Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer right there. That goes wide. Nick Moldenhauer with an opportunity. Mullenhauer fights for the puck right back. Left side, he finds his way inside, point blank. Oh, and there's a beautiful save by Say. Oh my gosh. Evan Werner had a point blank goal and he's just sitting there in disbelief. Say stretches out the leg and makes an unbelievable save.
And in the meantime, we'll have a penalty called on Danny Nelson, so the Wolverines will still come out the better for it, but someone needs to tell Owen Say that the gymnastics meet is later this weekend.
Wow.
That is one of the better saves you might see all season in college hockey.
If you're just listening to us, go back on TV, 2:25, because Werner had the most unbelievable chance, and Say said, Estapa with the win of the faceoff. Truscott back left. Mullenhauer to Estapa, back to Mullenhauer. Again, Michigan on the power play. Mullenhauer moves inside, quick shot, back a chance. 3 chances for the Wolverines, 4 chances, and Say is still there, and the puck squirts free. Mullenhauer had another opportunity. That puck goes wide. Owen Say, 30 shots against, 29 saves, and we're not even through 2 periods yet. Estapa, Werner, he's by himself. Werner turns around, looking to see where he wants to go with the puck. He finds Shifsky. Goes to Truscott. Mullenhauer. This is the big guns right here for the Wolverines. Mullenhauer falls down for a second. Back to Truscott, looking for Werner. Truscott whiffs on the pass, and that gets cleared all the way down to Stein. Both teams do a full line change here. Ethan Edwards take control of the puck. Puck sent back to Hughes, trying to get it to Hage. Hughes gets the puck taken away from him for a second. Another cleared by the Fighting Irish. About a minute left here in the second.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
1 minute left. Edwards flying in. Edwards all alone. Backhand shot. That gets saved. Lavelle up to Hage. To Edwards. Michigan controlling all the offensive time right now. Hage, left side, right in front. And Jackson Halem had a point-blank shot. Another save by Owen Say.
Jackson Hallam, all he can do is smile. He's looking up at the Jumbotron in disbelief. An excellent created chance by Hunter Hage. A little backhand pass to the front of the net. An unguarded Jackson Hallam can't make it happen, though. Owen Say keeping Notre Dame in this one.
So we got a potential face-off, but they're going to stop it for a second. 37.9 seconds left here in the period. Hughes against Slaggert. Carter Slaggert, the South Bend, Indiana product. The sophomore. As you said at the beginning of the broadcast, John, his brother has had a fantastic career here in college hockey. So we get a second stoppage. So continue with the rock music for just a second. 32 shots on goal for the Wolverines to 14. Still a tie game as Hage wins the faceoff. Edwards, Hughes, back to Edwards. Back to Hughes. Hughes looking on. Sending it back. Edwards has it. Middle. Hage, shot on goal. That's high and wide. Lavelle. Master Domenico on him, though. Hage to Edwards. 18 seconds. Edwards whiffs again. And Jackson Hallam cannot control the puck. Now going the other way. Carpenter trying to do something against Hallam. He cannot for just a second, but Slaggert's there. Carpenter with the puck once again. 3 seconds left, and they're just going to let this one go out. So we're going to end this period the way we started, John, but let's add a tally to 1 goal apiece as both teams got a little more chippy in the second period, and we have a 1-1 tie.
Certainly a lot more action than we saw in that first period. Each team certainly playing to its strengths. Michigan all over the ice, 67% face-off percentage, 32 shots. They've attempted to keep that offensive pressure up, but on the other side, they've met a smothering giant in the form of the Fighting Irish. 13 block shots for Notre Dame. A tie in penalty minutes. We had dual roughing calls and then some extracurriculars, as you mentioned, Jake, from both sides. But this is still anyone's game. Each team playing to both its strengths.
Both teams playing very good hockey right now. Both teams really controlling the puck at different times. You saw the Wolverines really take control of that entire second period right there. Only one goal to show for it. One very big positive right now for the Wolverines. 66 off percentage wins, and that's really creating a lot of opportunities. But that goaltender, Owen Say, for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish has been rock solid. And the fact he's only given up tonight, this game could be 5-1.
It certainly could have gone a different way, Jake. I mean, frankly, it certainly could have gone a different way, Jake. I mean, frankly, it is at times unbelievable. I mean, as we see a score in the intermission game.
Someone just won a scholarship.
Wish it could be me.
At the end of our college careers, right,
yeah.
John?
as we're kind of closing out this chapter in our lives. But all the same, let's go back. That kick save on Evan Werner by Owen Say, maybe the prettiest goal you'll see save you'll see in a long time. Absolutely robbing Evan Werner on the doorstep. You're exactly right, Jake. This score could be a lot more lopsided if not for the work of Owen Say.
Owen Say has been rock solid. Stein has been great as well for the Wolverines, just giving up 1 goal, 14 shots against. 1 goal was a one-on-one opportunity. So definitely Michigan has had the better half of those scoring chances. Owen Say, though, so far has kept this game at a 1-1 tie. And as we might have expected, John, this is going to go to the third period, and both teams are definitely going to come out with different game plans, and we'll see what they can create.
And we'll have to see what that does manifest itself into, Jake, because if you're Michigan, you want to keep this offensive pressure up. I assume you liked what you've seen. You just want a little more aggression. The Wolverines falling victim to one too many passes, trying to get a little too cute at times, something you cannot do against the Fighting Irish. On the other hand, Notre Dame right where it wants to be. It likes these close battles. It likes its chances when all it needs is one more blow for the knockout punch. Both teams might have the opportunity to double down, but we'll see.
We will see indeed, and you're right. This Michigan team has had countless opportunities, but the extra pass has affected them in a few different ways. And you've seen a few scoring opportunities where they might not have been goals, but definitely the extra pass probably would have led to a guaranteed goal. But this Notre Dame defense knows what they're doing. They know how to create opportunities on defense, and they are doing a great job for the most part. Yes, they're allowing a lot of shots on goal, so we might look at it from that perspective, but a lot of them have been low percentage shots. And right now, as you're saying, going into the third period, let's see how both teams can react. So we have about 9 minutes left here in the intermission period. John and I are going to take a quick break here as we get set for the third period. Again, you're listening to WCBN Sports. My name is Jake Singer, alongside me, John Tondora. Thank you always for listening and supporting us here at WCBN Sports. And we'll be back in just 5 minutes for the start of the third and final period here as Michigan faces off against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Hello and welcome back in for WCBN Sports. This is John Tondora alongside me, Jake Singer, and it's shaping up to be a fiery final finish. The Michigan Wolverines tied against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 1-1 as we head into a third period where you can expect fireworks, extracurriculars, and more. Michigan pouring on some offensive opportunities earlier in the second period, but Notre Dame playing that same sticky, stymie defense that has taken them to college hockey glory many times before. 15 seconds until puck drop here in Ann Arbor. And we'll have to see which of these teams can land the next punch. A punch that might just be the knockout blow, as Jake and I were talking about earlier in the intermission.
Both these teams really trying to take control of this game. You saw the Wolverines pile on those shots there in the second, only amounting to 1 goal, 1-1 tie here. We'll see what takes place.
Hunter Strand wins one back for Notre Dame against TJ Hughes. And now the Fighting Irish will have to start all the way back from their defensive zone. That's Justin Janicki with a backwards pass to the far side. Now up a cross-ice pass to Biondi. Biondi with a nice move, poked away by Luca Fantilli. Fantilli content to send it up and out of danger, but the Fighting Irish are knocking back on the door. That's Janicki recovering on the far side boards. Notre Dame moving right to left here. As a shot right in front of the net recovered, saved by Logan Stein.
That was just textbook right there from Stein, sliding left to right. 2 really great saves there, and good to see him alert and ready here in this third period.
A lurking Blake Biondi found an open lane in front of the net. Logan Stein, though, keeping Michigan in this one. 19:05 here to go in the third period. Hunter Hage taking it to center ice. Fans on a pass, and that one will fall back onto the stick of Danny Nelson. Now Tyler Duke falls down, gives an opportunity for Nelson, who sends it across ice, but it can't go for Brendan Ali.
Yeah, another great chance there from Ali. If he could find it, that would be a nice point-blank opportunity. Michigan got lucky. Hunter
Hage with a 2-on-1 now. Picks it up in the offensive zone. Hage attempts a pass to Garrett Shifsky. That one won't connect. Now back on offense is Notre Dame. That's Cole Knuble at the point, working around now. Attempts to keep control, but dispossessed by Evan Werner, who will be content for the dump and change. Nick Moldenauer will chase on after it now into Michigan's offensive zone.
Yeah, Michael Hage, a few times there we were saying one too many passes right there again. He had an opportunity, but gave it up.
Tim Lavelle up now to Nick Moldenauer, who takes it into the offensive zone. Marcus Stappa chasing it behind the net, and we're going to have our first whistle of the third period.
That'll be a hooking penalty there against the Fighting Irish, and you're right, John. This could be a big turning point here in this one. First penalty of the third. Moldenauer just not given an opportunity for the puck. Got hooked all the way to the boards, and Michigan fans really hoping this could be the chance.
Your power play, TJ Hughes, Jackson Hallam, Ethan Edwards, Hunter Hage. They'll face off against Hunter Strand. That one back up to the point to Ethan Edwards. Michael Hage, excuse me. Now working it down low is Tim Lavelle. Lavelle now at the near side board. Sends one over back behind the net to TJ Hughes, who attempts a pass to Hunter Hage. That won't go. And Ethan Edwards will have to come back out to the defensive zone of the Wolverines and start all over. Edwards slingshotting TJ Hughes, who races down the near side into the offensive zone. Hughes sends one to the middle, but it won't go. Shoved from behind is Jackson Hallam, and he'll slide right into the moorings and knock the net off its stance. So we'll have a face-off here.
Yeah, Hallam looked like the puck for a second. He just went flying into the goal. Stoppage of play here, get a chance to reset his, see the replay. He does get shoved from behind. He thought that might have been a penalty there on Justin Janicki, but no blown whistle was called. Wolverines stick with the 5-on-4.
A minute and 26 seconds to go on the man advantage. Marcus Stappa will take the draw against Hunter Strand for the Wolverines. Puck won by Notre Dame. And it'll be sent up and over to Janicki, who has a one-on-one opportunity. Janicki loses control, but picked right back up by Hunter Strand. Strand now working it around his own net. Tipped away by Jacob Truscott. And now too much extracurriculars. Garrett Shifsky is going to get shoved from behind. A roughing call will be coming up on Notre Dame.
Michigan will have a 5-on-3 opportunity here. Big chance. We apologize for the technical difficulties if we are experiencing any. It's a 5-on-3 opportunity here for the Wolverines. 1-1 score.
Michigan with over a full minute for this two-man advantage. TJ Hughes to take the draw on the near side dot for the Wolverines. He'll go up against Danny Nelson. Tied up, one back by Hughes. That one falls onto the stick of Ethan Edwards at the point. Edwards, all the time in the world now, sends it down to Lavelle. Lavelle back behind the net to TJ Hughes. TJ Hughes to the far side to Truscott. Truscott to Edwards. Edwards back to Truscott. A cross-ice pass, can't connect, and now it'll be back up to the point to Edwards. Edwards to Truscott, sends one to the middle to Jackson Hallam. Now another try. Fighting for it now are the Fighting Irish. They recover it, and they'll send it up and across the far side boards for a clearance.
Yeah, Fighting Irish got their name, the Fighting Irish, against the Wolverines in a Michigan football game. They're really fighting here again.
Tim Lavelle now repossesses it into the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Lavelle up to Hughes. Hughes now over to Truscott. Truscott working around, will send it over to Lavelle. A quick shot, and that one saved again by Owen Say.
And that was the spacing that you and I were talking about really in the first period, John, about spreading that team out, getting around, and trying to find the open man. Great opportunity there from Lavelle. Nice save there by Say, and that one had a lot of fire off that stick. So that really impressive by Say tonight. Just an all-around effort, facing 34 shots already. Still got 16:22 left here in the third.
Most definitely we'll have Estapa against Nelson again. Michigan, 14 seconds left on the two-man advantage. Estapa wins that one back to Will Whitelaw at the far side point. Whitelaw down back behind the net. 6 seconds left now on the two-man advantage. Two Wolverines playing with it behind the net. And now a mistimed pass by Garrett Shifsky trying to get too cute. And the Wolverines will have to work from back out of their own defensive zone.
One guy already out of the penalty box now. It's now back to a 5-on-4. Wolverines could not capitalize on the 5-on-3.
Evan Werner will draw offsides, attempting to enter in the offensive zone. 41 seconds to go for the man advantage on the Wolverines' end.
Yeah, Michigan trying its best, but again, that's a 5-on-3 opportunity that comes very rarely, and not a great chance there for Michigan, getting a few shots on goal, but nothing really high percentage-wise, and nothing else you can really do about it. Now you got another opportunity with the penalty, but Notre Dame doing a great job on the kill.
Hunter Strand wins one back, and Notre Dame will clear it all the way back to Logan Stein, who plays it out from behind his own net. And Ethan Edwards will bring it to center ice. Edwards content to take it himself. He'll weave through a number of Notre Dame defenders and bring it into the corner. Edwards now losing it in the corner and tipped all the way back out. And TJ Hughes will have to say a little hello again to Logan Stein. And with 14 seconds left on the man advantage, the Wolverines probably have one more opportunity to make this happen. Ethan Edwards brings it into the corner for the Wolverines and attempts to keep it in, but Tim Lavelle can't control it. He'll slip. Hunter Strand finds the puck on his stick, tries to send it over to Slaggert, who can't control it.
Nick Mullenhauer just saved a goal right there with that stick work on defense, coming all the way back.
At full strength now is Notre Dame. And an offsides now waved off by the recovery of Michigan. Ethan Edwards sends it over now to Tyler Duke. Duke bringing it into center ice. He'll dump it down, and the Wolverines will attempt to restart their forecheck. Puck skidding behind the net now, where it'll be pressed by Keenan Draper and Josh Ernessy. A big body line for the Wolverines. They're working it on the near side boards down low against a number of Fighting Irish. Finally pulled away there by Ryan Hellewell. Now the puck skidding all the way down into the defensive zone for the Wolverines. Recollected by Dakota Room Mullen. Mullen fans on a pass, and Tyler Duke will have to come back and clean it up. Duke with a minor backhanded pass, and it'll just skate right out of the offensive zone for the Fighting Irish, where Ian Murphy will recover in his own defensive zone. Josh Ernessy now getting a little too excited, and we'll have a potential penalty coming up after a hit against Blake Biondi.
Yeah, Ernessy came really hard in there on Biondi and getting way too much against the boards. He's going to go to the pen.
The call elbowing on Josh Ernessy, and just like that, with 13 minutes and 55 seconds to go, the Wolverines are going to be a man down, potentially even a little lucky there wasn't more there to be called.
Definitely, he came in flying with an elbow ready to put into Biondi, so definitely a minor penalty there. Little lucky. See what Notre Dame can do, already 0 for 2 on the power play tonight.
Marcus Stappa beating out Danny Nelson, and the Wolverines will clear it up and into the offensive zone. Stappa chasing after it. He'll attempt to cover, but it'll be recovered by Cole Knuble, and we'll see how this Notre Dame power play can go to work. Janicki now on the near side boards. He'll do a nice little turnaround pass onto the stick of Danny Nelson, back up to the point to Fisher. Fisher over to Biondi, who's healthy once again. Biondi can't get it, and it'll be cleared out of play by Jacob Truscott. So Jacob Truscott there, that's his second time playing the puck out of play in his own defensive end.
So far, Jacob Truscott doing his very best on the defensive side of the puck. Really, both sides' defense, but especially Michigan's. I mean, 14 shots. We haven't seen a single shot on goal yet this whole period from Notre Dame, John. Michigan really trying to control.
And control they will, but not until Tyler Duke will send it up and out of play from his own zone once again. The faceoff easily won by the sophomore Garrett Shifsky, but the Wolverines unable to establish any sort of momentum here as they try to even just bleed this clock. Still a minute 22 to go on the man advantage for Notre Dame.
Still a minute 22 to go. A lot of time left. Michigan just trying to clear the puck as much as possible. Content with that 1-1 score, and you never know with that odd man rush.
Puck won back to Kumlin at the point for Notre Dame. He'll send it back down low. Ali chasing after it on the near side boards. Now Ali and Fleming with it. He'll send it back up to Kumlin. Kumlin will attempt a tipped pass, and it'll be up and out of play. Kumlin there attempting to go for a shot with a little bit of tip trickery action, but it won't go.
Something you see a lot in the NHL. Haven't really seen a lot tonight in this one. Both teams attempting it, but really understanding that if they spread the puck out and they try to find their spots, they probably have a higher percentage opportunity there than trying to get a tip puck into the back of the net.
A minute 5 to go now on the penalty kill for the Wolverines. Marcus Stappa facing off against Danny Nelson. A tie-up, and after a scramble, Jacob Truscott will flip it up and still in play as it skids all the way back to Owen Say's net. And Notre Dame with yet another opportunity. Paul Fisher, he'll take it in himself, sends a pass over to Blake Biondi. Biondi over to Janicki. Janicki dumping it down low behind his own net. Jacob Truscott will attempt to clear it, and after a little bit of support from Jackson Hallam, it'll go all the way back down to the other end for Say to recover once more. Say leaving it for Paul Fisher. He'll drop it off for Cole Knuble. Knuble working in the zone now. A fall by Luca Fantilli gives Notre Dame an opportunity, and now there's a scramble behind the net for the puck. Logan Stein leaving his net momentarily finds his way back, and Notre Dame can set up on offense. Paul Fisher will fire one. That one just tipped aside. 2 seconds left on this power play for Notre Dame. It'll expire, but still control for Notre Dame. A pass sent in front of the net. A scramble for it now. Josh Ernessy finds the better of it. but they're not able to break it out. The Wolverines are. Tyler Duke finally with the puck on his stick. He'll give it back to Luca Fantilli, who will take it himself out to center ice. Fantilli dumps it down all the way to the other end. Now a long stretch tape pass for Silyanov. He'll be broken up with Ethan Edwards, or by Ethan Edwards, I should say, who will recover the puck and bring it into the offensive zone. Edwards dumps it in, tries to get it behind that stingy Notre Dame defense. Now recovered by Tim Lavelle, who will send it back in down low. But it'll be picked up with ease by Notre Dame. A little bit of hot potato puck right now in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. And Notre Dame finally sent out of play, but not before Ethan Edwards can recollect it in his own defensive end. Edwards pressured by Ian Murphy. Murphy with a little bit of contact to Logan Stein. That gets an ovation from the crowd, but nothing doing. Evan Werner attempts to take it into himself, into the offensive zone. Nothing doing. 10:28 to go here in this third period, as both teams looking for a little something that can make it happen. The puck seemingly bouncing back and forth off these two team sticks, as finally we'll have an icing courtesy of Notre Dame defenseman Ryan Hillywell.
Yeah, both teams really try to establish the offensive zone once again, not really being able to do so. We saw this a lot in the first period, not as much in the second, but with those penalties, both teams kind of on their heels at different points throughout this period, and now they're trying to reestablish that rhythm that they had in that second period. So really interesting to see both teams going back and forth, and as you were saying, that puck is bouncing a lot, and it's going back and forth between both ends of the ice.
Tyler Carpenter now facing off with Marcus Stappa, but the Wolverines will keep it in the offensive zone after the win by Stappa. A shot by Tyler Duke, saved once again by Owen Say. Duke again finds the puck onto his stick at the point. He'll dump it in back down low behind the net. Marcus Stappa will work with it now. Estapa bringing it to the near side around the net. Battling forward along the boards. It'll be kept in by Ethan Edwards. Edwards sends it back down low, and Phil Lapointe will have his opportunity now. Lapointe gets it back onto the stick of Ethan Edwards. Edwards now to Lapointe, who will send it back down low, but it won't get through a mess of Notre Dame bodies. Ethan Edwards will take it back out.
Yeah, Stappa had an opportunity there for the second chance, but Slaggert had a great chance there to tie him up and prevent Estapa from getting another shot on goal. Great defensive effort there from Slaggert of the Irish.
Now loose in front. That was an excellent opportunity. Blake Biondi almost had a breakaway but couldn't corral the puck on his stick. Now Jackson Hallam down the right side. He'll take it himself on the near wraparound. He'll be content to keep the puck. Now back up to the point. Hallam still has it. He'll dump it down low. That's recovered by Keenan Draper. Back up to Hunter Haiti. TJ Hughes, alongside Hunter Haiti. Haiti with a missed time pass will send it onto the stick of Janicki, who will dump it down low and pressure Luca Fantilli. The Wolverines now looking for anything they can do. TJ Hughes taking it himself. He'll leave it for Garrett Shifsky. Shifsky with a shot and saved by Owen Say. The Wolverines with a nice little 3-on-2 opportunity there, but Owen Say will not be deterred tonight.
Yeah, Shifsky with a nice deke. He had his head go up thinking that he was going to go top left corner. Instead, he dumps it down bottom right corner. And as Say shifts into the left side, he keeps his glove hand open. Great save there by Owen Say. Once again, we've been saying it all night long. Michigan with numerous opportunities and really strong opportunities at that. And Owen Say has been electric.
The Wolverines certainly can't complain with what they've been given thus far, as we'll have a stoppage in play, potentially a media timeout. Something maybe more often reserved for the football world, but all the same, we'll have a little bit of a break in play here. Michigan can't be upset with some of the chances it's generated, all things considered. They'd have multiple power play opportunities, unable to convert on any of those. Another chance there, courtesy of Garrett Shifsky, but it's just about staying the course and hoping to eventually puncture what has been an excellent Notre Dame defense and performance by Owen Say.
Most definitely. I mean, these opportunities you get against most teams, a lot of them are going to go to the back of the net. Owen Say has been fantastic so far, but the fact they're producing these opportunities against a Notre Dame team that isn't as great on 5-on-5 play is really good to see from Michigan's side and amazing to see from Notre Dame's side, the fact that they have not given up as many goals. As we said, Owen Say coming into the day, 1.26 goal allowed average per game. He's on pace right there with that 1 goal scored against him with Keenan Draper's second period goal. So far, though, 35 shots to 15 at the tie game. Very interesting to see by both these teams and the different structures they've created.
Face-off won by Michigan. Jacob Truscott will send one that goes off the mask of Say. He'll be able to corral it all the same, though, off the bounce of the ice. Notre Dame, with 8:27 left to go in this third period, only 15 shots on net. That's how they like it. But certainly the offensive firepower has come from Michigan tonight, albeit no results. The Wolverines unable to corral a face-off win. Notre Dame will dump that one down in, but they'll end up icing it as it came from behind the center ice line.
Seeing a very choppy play so far here in this third period. Some stoppage, but also they've been playing a lot as well. A few penalties trickled in here. This is where both of these coaches really lock in and go back to their game plan and a tie score, 8 minutes left.
We'll have Hunter Hage on Danny Nelson on the near side dot for this offensive zone faceoff for the Wolverines. It'll be one back by Notre Dame. Now an attempted cross-ice pass by the Fighting Irish will be corralled by Jacob Truscott, who sends an errant pass onto the stick of Danny Nelson, and a shot saved by Logan Stein, but a positive opportunity there for Nelson. He couldn't convert.
Yeah, it's probably the second best chance they've had all night outside of that league goal early on in the second period. And Nelson really taking advantage of the Moldenhauer turnover. Almost had a really point-blank chance there. Nice save by Stein, keeping this a 1-1 tie.
So for the first time in a long time, Notre Dame will have its own offensive zone faceoff opportunity on the far dot. That'll be Ian Murphy winning it back onto the stick of Pulsinski. Pulsinski will send it down. Working alongside now is Grant Silianoff. Unable to control it, it'll fall onto the stick of TJ Hughes, who will take it out to center ice. But not before an icing can take them any further.
Yeah, Hallam just tried stopping himself, could not get back in front of the blue line. We're going to see another face-off here, 7:45. A lot of sticks flying around as well on the ice and broken sticks here too. We got a mop-up duty.
Shots 36-16. TJ Hughes will win it back, and Tim Lavelle will slap one down behind the Notre Dame net for a dump and change. Now the Wolverines working behind their own net. That's Lavelle again, content to fire another shot. That one's blocked in front by Notre Dame. A Fighting Irishman comes up limping. Ethan Edwards now working it in the zone. He attempts a pass for Josh Ernest. That'll be recollected by the Fighting Irish and dumped out. Tim Lavelle now to Ethan Edwards. Edwards working it up to Jackson Hallam. Hallam following TJ Hughes, attempting to work it on the near side boards. Now a battle for it in the corner. That's William Whitelaw. Sends it over to Tyler Duke at the far side point. A shot just goes wide. Michigan trying to set up on offense. TJ Hughes, a lot of time and space to work. He'll rip one, saved by Owen Say. And now with a chance to respond are the Fighting Irish. Content to dump it in they are. And a change by both sides. A fresh set of legs with 6:36 to go. A 1-1 tie here at Yost Ice Arena. Pass sent over to William Whitelaw. He'll bring it in on the near side. Racing in is Whitelaw. Sends a pass up and over off the pad of Owen Say. And now the puck falls onto the stick of Hunter Strand. Strand working it now. Finds Justin Janicki. Janicki sends one across ice. Intercepted by Garrett Shifsky, who in the midst of the danger flips it up out of play, and will have an offensive zone faceoff for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, Garrett Shifsky again. We said Moldenhauer saved a goal a few minutes ago. Now it's Garrett Shifsky's turn. Shifsky putting his stick right in front of his goaltender Stein, preventing another great shot opportunity there from Notre Dame. And as we said, only 16 shots on goal, but definitely could have a lot more on the stat sheet if it weren't for the defensive effort of this Michigan defensive crew. So great opportunities tonight from both sides, and one side is looking like on the stat sheet they're leading by a lot, but definitely both teams have had multiple chances.
A misleading box score as Danny Nelson wins it back. Cole Knuble with the shot. That one a stick courtesy of Garrett Shifsky gets in the way, and we'll have another face-off. You're exactly right, though, Jake. A misleading stat line if you were just to look at the box score tonight and imagine that Michigan had dominated this Notre Dame team.
Both teams really putting on their best on best right here.
Michael Hage, Nick Moldenauer, and company against Cole Knuble, the likes of Danny Nelson and Brennan Ali. That line, the lone goal scorers tonight for Notre Dame. That one won back by Michigan. They'll send it up and onto the stick of Notre Dame. Danny Nelson now sends it to Brennan Ali. Ali can't keep his skates, and it'll be recovered by Michigan. Nick Moldenauer at center ice now, bringing it up and through on his own accord. He'll be dispossessed by Michael Mastrodomenico, who will take it himself and instigate this Notre Dame breakout. Mastrodomenico leaves it for Ali. Ali sends it down low where Jacob Truscott and Mastrodomenico work for it now. The puck inevitably falls onto the stick of Dakota Room-Mullen, who will send a tape-to-tape pass onto the stick of Evan Werner, who can't control it. And yet again, we'll have a little bit of ping-pong hockey before an icing's called.
Definitely at that. Both teams back and forth. Michigan been on its heels a little bit more so far in these last few minutes and really have had to rely on the defensive effort of guys like Room-Mullen and Garrett Shifsky and obviously their goaltender Stein. But so far, nothing to it for Notre Dame, and now we got a face-off in the Michigan offensive zone.
That'll be TJ Hughes up against Ian Murphy. The clock winds down. It's won back by Michigan. Tim Lavelle attempts a shot. That one just falls wide. Ethan Edwards with a pinch now into the corners where he'll battle alongside his Michigan counterparts. The puck falls away onto the other side of the boards. That's Tim Lavelle to TJ Hughes. TJ Hughes rips a shot. It'll just fall over the crossbar and be recovered by Ethan Edwards. Edwards now over to Lavelle. Lavelle fakes a shot. Fans on the second opportunity. He'll dump it in down low to Shifsky behind the net. Shifsky battling alongside Evan Werner. No breathing room there. Excuse me, that's Jackson Hallam, not Evan Werner. Hallam finally breaks free, works it up to the point, and sends one over back to Hughes. Hughes to the point again for Lavelle. Calling for it there was Jackson Hallam, who can't control it, and the puck will fall onto the stick of Grant Silyanov. He'll be dispossessed by Tim Lavelle. Lavelle been out there for a little bit of a long shift now. He'll get a change and a set of fresh legs as Hallam works back into the defensive zone.
Yeah, 4:18 left, so both teams going to have to start pressing a little bit more, see what happens. Michigan really did lead a lot of the second period with those rush attempts, but we have seen Notre Dame with a lot of heavy rushes as well so far this season.
Josh Earnesty to Phil LaPointe, who will tip it in down behind the net for Notre Dame. It'll be corralled with ease, courtesy of Hunter Strand, who's content to just keep sending it back the Wolverines' way. Notre Dame always so stingy with their choice of opportunities, as a shot right off the pad of Owen Say will be yet another save, his 39th of the night. Hunter Strand now working it on the far side boards in the offensive zone for Notre Dame. He'll be chased by Tyler Duke, Phil LaPointe, and Luca Fantilli. The trio of Wolverines looking to find some grace. They finally do. Send it up and over to Josh Earnesty, who will take it to mid-ice himself and be content to send it 20 feet down the other way. Axel Kumlin now working alongside his Notre Dame counterpart. He'll send it up to Danny Nelson into the offensive zone for Notre Dame. Nelson working it to the middle top of the point. He'll get a free hand and a shot. That one fires right off of Stein. Diving forward on a second opportunity is Stein. It'll be another save. The Wolverines holding strong in this 1-1 contest. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Danny Nelson on the net front. A shot. A second opportunity. Yet another save by Stein. And the Wolverines will clear it out to an ovation of the crowd.
I don't know if it's the left goal itself or the goaltenders, because, wow, what amount of saves we've seen from this end of the ice all night.
Jackson Hallam now alongside 2J Hughes. He'll race in. Leave it for Hughes. Hughes with a drag. Toe drag shot and save. Just two casual goaltenders standing on their head tonight.
Both of these teams are showcasing some top hockey right now. That's a really nice, as you said, toe drag opportunity there for Hughes. Nice save once again by Say. But going back to Stein's saves, he was lunging, he was doing whatever he needed to do to get himself to prevent that puck from getting in the goal.
Exactly right. Ian Murphy on TJ Hughes. Hughes wins it back into a scrum, picked up by William Whitelaw now in the near boards. Whitelaw pressed by two Notre Dame Fighting Irishmen. That was Ian Murphy in amongst them. And now Notre Dame will attempt to clear it. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. The puck onto Grant Silyanov's stick. He'll send it back down low. Chasing after it is Murphy. Nothing doing, and now TJ Hughes will find the puck on his stick again. He'll race onto the near side, right side offensive zone. Sends one up to Whitelaw with a shot. Won't go. Dumped out of play again. And we'll have an icing here. 1:49 left to go. 1-1 game. Michigan, Notre Dame, dwindling seconds.
It's really been an interesting game just to analyze so far, John. I mean, both these teams are playing very different styles of hockey right now. Michigan going with the I'm going to shoot as many shots as possible. Notre Dame being very methodical and waiting for an opportunity to strike, and that's why we're at a 1-1 tie.
Marcus Stappa against Ian Murphy now, and we'll have a timeout called. You're exactly right, though, Jake, as we take a moment here for, it seems like Brandon Naurato wants to set up his offensive zone identity. We'll have 58 seconds here to chat it over. Almost like a boa constrictor, it feels like Notre Dame can be. There'll be minutes where you don't know what they're doing. They're dumping it back, over and over again. And then suddenly, as we just saw, they'll catch you sleeping. Logan Stein making two excellent saves, but Notre Dame, that boa constrictor mentality.
100%. I mean, if you compare this to NHL hockey, there really isn't a comparison. I mean, NHL hockey is so different than watching this right now. And these two teams have a lot of potential future NHL stars amongst them. But so far, you're seeing the coaches really lead the offensive rhythms of both of these teams. Michigan trying to get as much into the offensive zone as possible. And as you were saying multiple times, this Notre Dame offense is dumping it back to Michigan, content playing back on defense, waiting for an odd man rush to occur.
Certainly no shortage of talent, as you point out, Jack. 6 draft picks for Notre Dame, 7 on the side of the Wolverines. Likely more when some of their players become draft eligible in later periods of their life, if not already. We'll have Marcus Stappa against Ian Murphy once again. Head coach Jeff Jackson of Notre Dame certainly seems to like that matchup. It'll be won back by Murphy. And Notre Dame will take it out to center ice. On to the stick of Tyler Duke now in the defensive end for the Wolverines. He'll send it over to Marcus Stappa, who will dump it down behind the net of Notre Dame. Both these teams hesitant to make a mistake, just feeling each other out right now. Tyler Duke and Jacob Truscott. Truscott in replacement of Ethan Edwards, who normally works with Duke. That's the lineup sheet we have right now, as the Wolverines will accidentally ice it. A missed tip courtesy of a Tyler Duke pass. And Notre Dame, with 1:15 left, will have the opportunity to set up.
Yes, they will. Michigan going out here with their first line. But you're right, changing things up as always, Coach Naurato. Stein, the Ferris State transfer, doing his very best to hunker down here in his own goal.
Great on great, Danny Nelson against Marcus Stappa. As Stappa, a trusted face-off taker of Brandon Naurato. Tyler Duke will work it behind his own net and send it up to Jacob Truscott. Truscott, mistimed pass. It'll end up onto the stick of Brennan Ali into the offensive zone. Ali with a shot just right and high. That won't go. Mastro Domenico recovers it in the neutral zone. He'll send one over to Logan Stein, and that one will be batted away. Suddenly now the shots ticking up for Notre Dame. 47 seconds to go. Mastro Domenico now sends it up to Ali. It'll be intercepted by Hunter Hage, who will send it up to Evan Werner on the far left side. Werner working inside, a shot far right wide. 35 seconds left. Cole Knuble working in it for Notre Dame in neutral ice. Now into the defensive zone for the Wolverines. Ethan Edwards to Evan Werner. Evan Werner working it into the offensive zone, sends it to Edwards. Edwards with the shot blocked away, and now it finds itself onto the stick of Justin Janicki. Janicki working into the offensive zone on the far right side. Janicki now up to Fisher, an attempt, but it'll be poked away by Evan Werner, and with 8 seconds to go, we're going to have a little bit of free hockey in Yost Ice Arena tonight.
Yes, we are indeed. Overtime hockey here in Yost Ice Arena, as both these teams are looking to gear up here for a quick timeout, and we're going to get right up and going here. 43 shots for Michigan, 19 for Notre Dame, and John, this has been a very slow but fast affair.
Exactly right. This is kind of the quintessential Michigan-Notre Dame matchup, if you ask me. This is eerily reminiscent to one of my first games in Yost Ice Arena, oh my goodness, over 2.5 years ago, I believe. In 2022, these two teams faced off in very similar circumstances in the Big Ten semifinal. Although it did not go to overtime, it was a 1-1 game deep into the third period before a Michigan goal sent them into an eventual Big Ten championship matchup against Minnesota. These are the types of games that both of these teams live for. Michigan, an innumerable number of chances, as we've talked about. 64% face-off percentage for the Wolverines, 43 shots. On the other end, Notre Dame unfazed. In fact, excited by an incendiary battle.
100%. I mean, Notre Dame, this is playing completely into their favor. This is exactly the kind of game they wanted. They wanted a low-scoring, slow affair. Wolverines actually worked better in those high-pressure but high-scoring atmospheres last week, as you said. 5 goals each of the 2 games plus. So this is definitely a little different for the Michigan team. Haven't really faced competition like this all season. Notre Dame presents a very unique challenge, and right now you see it being a 1-1 tie in overtime. Very interesting to see what both these teams decide to do, as both of them are looking to hunker down.
Another thing Michigan is not unfamiliar with, overtime hockey. The last game Michigan played was indeed another overtime matchup against Boston University. That was in Boston. 5-4 win for the Wolverines. Look to none other than Jackson Hallam, the speedster, in what will eventually be 3-on-3 play to perhaps make an impact. Jake, that's where this speed we've talked about all night can truly come into play.
Completely. I mean, 3-on-3 hockey is so different from the 5-on-5. But also Notre Dame is very, very good on the power play. So lower guys on the ice could also play a factor into them as well. Definitely with 2 top goaltenders in Stein and Say. So far, we're going to see one of them either bend, break, or neither, and we're going to be really interested. I mean, one thing to keep note of, against Arizona State a few weeks ago, Michigan outlasted overtime and got all the way to the one-on-ones, and they did end up losing. So something, as you said, a lot of experience in overtime. Overtime hockey is here. 3-on-3, as we just said. Hughes, center ice, with Danny Nelson. 5-minute period. Then we go to the shootout. Hughes wins the faceoff. Ernestine has the puck for the Wolverines. It's Hallam, Ernestine, and Hughes for Michigan. Hallam crossing center ice, going in right side. He's looking for Hughes. He has no one yet. He circles back. Dumps it in to Edwards. Edwards circles around, looks for a shot, stops himself. Back at the top of the zone. Looking for Hughes. Now he's going one-on-one. Cole Knuble on him. Hughes with the puck. Michigan taking their time. Edwards, errant pass out to Hallam. He has to escape the zone, and we're going to see a quick change here. Hughes comes off. Truscott comes on. Hage comes on. Hallam comes off. Notre Dame has not changed yet. Nelson, Knuble. Hughes moving in. Quick shot, and that's a beautiful save by Say. Sorry, that was Michael Hage who goes in left side, point blank, and went right into the chest of Owen Say.
That's the danger if you're Notre Dame or any team that does not have the opportunity to change often during this 3-on-3 play. The feet get a little bit slower, and someone like Michael Hage will make you pay. Once again, how many times can we say it tonight? An excellent save by Owen Say to keep them in this.
See another 3-on-3 faceoff here, Michigan zone. Notre Dame wins the faceoff though. Strand has the puck for just a second. Sending it back to Kumlin. Kumlin, the team's leading scorer for this Notre Dame team. Now to Janicki. Janicki moving quickly into the offensive zone. Moves around Michael Hayes. Truscott there as well. Same with Shifsky. Kumlin has the puck, circles out of the zone, goes back to the neutral zone. Hage quickly on him. Kumlin to Strand. Strand fighting with Shifsky. Hayes trying to get to Shifsky, can't for a second. Strand and Hage tying each other up. Shifsky now in there with Kumlin as well. And finally, Truscott has a one-on-one chance against Janicki. Truscott moving inside, and that's a beautiful save there by Say. Say, though, dumps it from his glove, trying to alert his teammate Janicki. Kumlin finally comes up with it, and now Janicki has possession. 3-on-3 is the rush. Janicki to Kumlin. Slap shot chance, that goes wide. Bouncing puck, Michigan with the chance. Moldenhauer inside, quick shot on goal. Another shot on goal, and Werner scores! Evan Werner with the win. 3 goals last week against Boston University, and he makes the biggest shot of the night, scoring against Owen Say, and the Michigan Wolverines win this one 2-1. Evan Werner, another savior here for the Wolverines.
The Colorado College transfer, listed at 5'8", 180, but he's the big man of the night. Made in the mold of what Brandon Arado wants. He sticks with it. One opportunity, then a second, and he'll go to bed happy tonight.
Yes, he will. Evan Werner using Nick Moldenhauer as a screen, takes it himself, takes the rebound, and Michigan walks away 1-0 in Big Ten play early on in the season. And that one is all she wrote here in Yost Ice Arena. John, there was a lot of great players in this game, very close one affair. Who do you give the first star to?
I think you have to give the first star to the man of the hour, Evan Werner. I think in close second place is Logan Stein. On any other night, in any other circumstance, it's Logan Stein's star. But you got to honor the man who went out and did it himself and gets you a nice 3 points for Big Ten play and a 1-0 start to a young season.
1-0 start to a young season. Could not have agreed more myself. Evan Werner has been an unsung hero these last 2 series. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. But tonight, coming up in a big moment, Stein, lock solid. You saw against Owen Say, the opposing goaltender has been amazing. And if Notre Dame was able to pull off the win, I would have probably said he gets the first star. But you're right, Evan Werner coming up most. Second line for the Michigan Wolverines, and that is all you need.
Exactly. This game you cannot blame on Owen Say. He stood on his head all night long and kept this from being a much more lopsided score in the end as we see the replay here. The thinnest of margins separating victory from defeat for the Wolverines. It's another great one at Yost Ice Arena.
Another great one indeed. John will be on the call once again tomorrow night as the Michigan Wolverines take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the second game of this series. And for myself, Jake Singer, alongside John Tondora, it was amazing to do the game with you tonight, John. Appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you at home listening to us here on WCBN Sports. As we leave every broadcast with Michigan's 2-1 win, we wish you all a good night, and go blue.